Welcome back to the Homesteaders channel. My name is Becky and I'm a homesteader in Central Florida. And today I'm just showing you how I'm getting by after Milton came across the state of Florida, and we are on day 4 of no power. So I'm actually attempting to wash dishes in my sink with these 5-gallon jugs here that I am using for pretty much everything. Now, I did wash dishes before the storm, but we ended up with accumulating some of these dishes before we're using paper plates and plastic cups, which I don't like to do because I like to minimize my waste. But in times like these, you just have to do what you got to do. So I am washing a few things here. What I'll do, I'll just kind of spray them with some of the water that I have, and then just soap them down and then rinse them and dry them with a towel. And so we do use a lot of water when you think about it when it comes to dishes, but I really try to keep a minimum and do what I can, wash them really good, and then wet them and dry them really fast, and then put them out there to dry. Now, when it comes to just normal power, I don't have a generator or a home generator, but I did buy one online where I didn't get it till Saturday, so we're like on day 2, but I got it on day 3. So I was able to start that generator to power my refrigerator and my deep freezer. And I got this thing here, which I looked for quite a while for a solar anything, and I just didn't want to spend so much, so I just wanted something small that I can just use for electronics and a fan, because it is hot even though we are getting cool nights. And this one has had a deal. I mean, I'm not sponsored by this company or recommend the company. I'm just trying this out. This is a 300 watt little solar power generator. It comes with this solar panel. I wanted to make sure I got one with a solar panel, and so I have it propped up here so I can get the sun. Good thing about Florida is we do have a lot of it, so I am just making sure it's charging. I use it throughout the night and I charge it throughout the day. Right now, I don't think you can see it, but it's at 18% right now, and it'll probably take all day to charge up to 100. Now, when it comes to food, I do have some things growing in the garden, like sweet potatoes, herbs, so I'm able to use that when I cook. And how I'm cooking, I have this little camp little stove. So this does use propane. We got these little things here. So I'm cooking in this. I was cooking with charcoal before this. It's getting a little hot, so I took off my sweater. It is in the 60s here, so it hasn't been too bad when it comes to being outside. So I was cooking outside for a little bit with charcoal and just doing the fire, but it's really cool when it actually starts. I get really excited. I love actually cooking over fire. I'm kind of obsessed with it when I first did it, but it's just so hard for me to start it, and I need to really keep working on that skill, because I really do want to learn how to cook over fire really well. So I just didn't have the time to really just stay there to get this fire going, so that's why I got the little camper stove propane thing. So that's how I'm cooking. And I do have, like I said, my meat in the refrigerator from before, and we're using the generator to power just those 2 things, my refrigerator and my deep freezer. Now, I do have a bunch of rosemary, I have cilantro, I do have some strawberries, but they're not producing right now. And I have some tulsi basil for teas, and some mint for teas. I'm just using it very sparingly. So that's what I have in my little mini garden, because I'm not growing that much. Now, this is a new addition. It's in a pot, so I will be able to move it when I actually do move. But this is a Barbados cherry, and I'm getting some fruit still from it. And yeah, they're really yummy and delicious. And this is like a little snack. Now when it comes to damage, I mean, we have some moringa trees that are bent. And this one kind of cut in half. I'm going to cut it anyways right here just to harvest, because I do cut it down before December, my moringa tree, and make moringa powder. Now when it comes to my little mini food forest of bananas, I had one banana down, so those are a small one. But all of them have really kind of stood up on their own, and I think it's just because they're just really close together. Now I do have, I think, 2 rocks of bananas growing, and they did not fall or get damaged, so they're going to continue to grow. I'm not sure if I'll see them before we get a frost, but at least with my banana trees, everything is looking good. This moringa tree that is down, you hear my generator in the back, but I'll go ahead and cut this off and keep it straight. It'll keep growing. Moringa trees are pretty tough. Now I do have Starlink, and that didn't move, so that was good. And with my elderberries, they all kind of stood up with the storm except for one. So I'm happy about that. They are troopers. All the leaves kind of fell off, but they're pretty intact. This is the only one that really didn't do so well. But other than that, this moringa tree never broke, even though it's pretty skinny. So happy that everything is good on this side. And I have some garlic chives too, that I can just cut and use for seasonings as well. I have some seedlings that I kept inside. They didn't get enough water, but some of them are still good. So, I mean, it's not much since I am moving. I have a lot of stuff in storage, and because I'm moving, I don't have a lot of things growing in the garden, or a large food forest that I can harvest from, just because I've halted everything on the homestead to prepare for this sell. So I am grateful for that, to where I'm just doing the minimum and really just trying to make sure that every night that solar panel is charging that little mini generator to 100%, so we can run the fans at night, because it is cooler at night and we can open the windows, but it's nice to have that air flowing in the room. And then food, of course. And I have gas. I think I had 17 gallons of gas that I got before the hurricane, because I have those 5-gallon tanks. So, I mean, with things that I am growing in grow bags that I've chosen to grow in grow bags, I put in the garage, as you saw. As you see, I am now putting them outside so they can get sun and get the rain. Obviously, I'm not watering regularly because I'm just conserving the water that I need for me and my daughter. So, I mean, other than that, the generator has been helpful. That tent that's over it that I put is actually from farmers markets when I did flowers, when I was growing flowers and selling them. So I'm glad I had that and have to buy that. So that was good. Just kind of using what I already have and making do is what I've been doing. Any tips that I would say is anything that I've mentioned, just making sure that you are feeding your family as best you can, and having a way to cook and have some type of energy, either it's gas, propane, or solar. I think it's helpful. I really am loving the solar aspect of things, because it's just so easy and just less headache to deal with. So I definitely am excited to dive more into solar when it comes to my new property. So I definitely recommend solar power anything. I mean, my little generator is only 300 watts and it definitely helps. I also have these like little pucks that is solar and can actually charge a couple of things. And so I definitely recommend these. Also, solar fans are great to keep your house cool. And that's what I would get when it comes to like just small things that you can handle. Fans, little pucks here just for your electronics, a little mini generator of a 300 or 500 watts. Definitely gonna get at least like 1,000 watt just to have in the house and do a little bit more. I think that's what I've learned when it comes to 300. I wanted to try it out, and I do like it, so I'm definitely going to invest in something a little bit bigger. Obviously not to run a whole house, but just to run things in the home without having little knickknacks like this. But these are helpful to have when you don't have power. I mean, there's people that are way worse than me, and I definitely know that. A lot of people were destroyed in the last hurricane, Helene, and then this one, Milton, that just hit Florida, and a lot of people in the Tampa area and everybody by the water definitely have a lot of flooding and just horrible situations that I'm grateful that I'm not in. So, you know, having 4 days without power, I mean, I will survive. It's really teaching me what I will want in my next property and what I should implement, especially that I'm going to have animals, more than just chickens, because I want to raise my own meat. So I'm just thinking of all the things, making a list. So if you are or have been affected by Helene or Milton, you're not alone, and I really hope that you are safe and well, and, you know, keep looking at the bright side of things, and hopefully things will turn out just fine. It's all to say, you know, we all live and learn, and it's a good time to develop new skills, and that's what I'm doing. Cooking over fire, learning how to work solar, learning how to work a generator. I've never done it by myself. So it's really just a time where I can be grateful and learn that I'm learning things on my own, and that me and my daughter is safe, and that's the only thing that really matters. That's a little update on my homestead here in Central Florida. If you've gone this far, thank you for watching. And if you have been affected by any of these hurricanes, definitely want to know how you're doing. Say hello in the comments. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay well, friends.